Henderson friends and family. We are live from the Christmas parade in beautiful downtown Henderson. My name is AJ Casey. I am joined by the lovely and talented Megan Mortis. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning, AJ.
We were just talking about how long we've been broadcasting this parade, but what a beautiful tradition we have in downtown Henderson.
Absolutely. The Henderson Christmas Parade, the Downtown Merchant Christmas Parade, has been happening for several years, and WSON is providing that coverage not only today, but has been doing that for several years. And today our coverage is actually live on Facebook and YouTube.
That's right. So join us on the stream, and I'm sure we have some wonderful music on WSON 860 AM and 96.5 FM, just like always.
Absolutely.
What a beautiful tradition this is in downtown Henderson. We got lots of people out. We got Chris Staples and Bill Stevens joining us, helping us out on the tech side of things. And I can just look down the street at a long line of individuals ready and eager for this Christmas parade to start, which should be happening relatively soon. I think 10 o'clock is the start time, right?
10 o'clock is the start time. And so far our lineup has 102 floats or, excuse me, walkers in the parade. So
it's such an impressive day to get everybody out in the morning to celebrate this holiday season and so many holiday events that we have. Before we continue, let's give a shout out to all the wonderful sponsors that we have. Some great businesses, Farmer and Frenchman, Silver Creek Transportation, Butler's Apothecary, Henderson Police Department, River Valley Behavioral Health, all supporting us and their communities. It's nothing like businesses giving back.
That's right, AJ, and it wouldn't be possible today unless we had these sponsors to cover our live coverage on Facebook and YouTube.
Well, we will revisit them in just a little while, but first let's take a moment to celebrate all the events that we have. We know we have the Christmas play that we're doing out at the Preston Arts Center.
That's right.
Happening tonight.
AJ and I are both involved, and I'm actually in the play. It's a Wonderful Life, and so is Bill Stevens here with us, and that is a unique partnership with WSON. Tonight at 7, we'll be providing, the play will be streamed on the air, and then it'll be rebroadcasted on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
It's funny. I'll tell you a little anecdote. I've had two kids, one that was a transfer student from Union County, and another one that's just a freshman. They both said, you know, AJ, that man has a really nice voice for radio. He is such a good announcer.
Oh, Bill. Did you end up telling them about Bill Stevens' legacy at WSON?
Oh, I just let his work speak for itself.
Absolutely. But we are really excited about that partnership with WSON. You also have the Alice P. Taylor Christmas concert.
That's what I was just looking for.
Sunday.
How'd you do that? I was trying to find that.
Yes. That is a tradition as well as the parade that has been going on for several years. Oh, AJ, looks like the parade has officially headed our direction. We're here by Butler's Apothecary, one of the sponsors of our live coverage today.
And they are a way a pharmacy should be, a complete pharmacy with a boutique proudly serving the community of Henderson. Their unique and beautiful boutique offers a soda fountain and ice cream to try while the pharmacist works to meet your pharmaceutical needs. Their wide range of medical, healthcare, cosmetic, and home essentials will make Butler's Apothecary your one-stop shop.
So starting off the parade, we have the American Legion Honor Guard, followed by the Henderson City Police and Fire. So they are headed towards our direction.
Now, it's a little windy out today. You may be
is.
hearing that, but we also have our crowd mic on, hearing all the cheers and noises coming from the parade, so that's what you're hearing in the background.
It is windy, but the sun is out with a beautiful morning. I'm glad we have the sun to provide a little bit of warmth here on this little brisk morning. But here comes the American Legion Honor Guard and also the Henderson City Police and Fire.
Yeah, speaking of Henderson Police Department, they are also a sponsor, and they would like to offer these safety tips. Lock your car, lock your door, don't leave valuables in plain sight, practice proper safety rules, and watch for inclement road weather issues.
Thank you to our Henderson Police Department and Fire Department for all that you do for our community. We appreciate you.
We're such a fortunate community to have such dedicated individuals that are there to protect and serve us.
Absolutely. So Legion Guard just passed us.
You should be seeing them on the stream. Once again, you could join us on Facebook and YouTube this year, so make sure you tune in for that. And we are set up at our friends at Butler's Apothecary down on Main Street.
Oh, you hear the siren starting. Parade is officially kicked off, AJ.
Right here in beautiful downtown. And what a lovely day. And, you know, for a little
Yes.
bit, I thought we were going to have some rain or inclement weather.
Wind, but not bad. You know, I'm just glad to be back in the spot with you, AJ. It has been a long time since we've been on the air.
It has. We got the best seat in town this
We do.
time around. Just being able to join and spend time with you, kind of like a little reunion for Jam
I
and
think
Henderson.
so. I think so. It is definitely a reunion for us to be back here, and I'm just glad that WSN invited us to be a part of this day.
Yeah, some of our greatest friends over there at WSON
Yes.
Radio.
Here's the Sheriff's Department passing us, as well as the State Police.
And the fire truck.
You'll also see the American flag is flying high there, right by 3rd Street in Maine. You can see the music starting to happen.
That's
the fire
right.
department.
And it's hard to see right from my maybe hard to see, I think, but we have lots of fun things happening on the sidewalk as well. Lots of kids
Gathered here. Now we have Mayor Steve Austin is behind the Henderson Fire Department. Giving us a wave. Hello, Mayor Austin. Our city commissioners are behind Mayor Austin.
I see Rodney
With Austin
Thomas,
Vowles,
Austin Vowles, and who's that behind them?
Rodney, and then we have Brad Staten, who will be our next incoming mayor.
Incoming mayor. That's right. I was going to say.
We have Brad Schneider and Steve Gold and Magistrate Keith Berry, also behind our city commissioner representing our Henderson Fiscal Court. Give a wave there to them. There's Mr. Steve Gold, our Henderson County attorney.
And let's not forget, although he's not in the parade, but Bill Steve is magistrate for District 5, the voice
Yes.
for District 5 here in Henderson, Kentucky.
We have
Congratulations to
State
all
Senator Robbie Mills behind our fiscal court representatives.
those. Let's give a wave to Robbie over there in the nice Jeep.
Yes.
They asked the wrong guy if they want to know what
the
kind of
car.
vehicles. I could tell
We
you
have
that they're pretty.
Herbie McKee, our Commonwealth attorney.
Our good friend Herbie McKee.
Followed by Henderson County PVA Andrew Powell. Hello, Andrew.
And our neighbor Andrew Powell,
Downtown.
giving us a little big way. That's a little, giving us a big way. There you
It's
go,
great
Andrew.
to see all of our representatives, of our government representatives and leaders here involved in the parade today.
Yeah, and speaking of my inability to know the differences between cars, I'll tell you who can know, and that's Silver Creek Transportation. You can come drive with the big boys at Silver Creek Transportation, one of our sponsors of this show. They are looking for motivated drivers to come join their one-of-a-kind team with flexible route options and the promise of quality family time. They get the job done and have fun doing it. Find out more at silvercreektrans.com.
We have Henderson Circuit Court Clerk Greg Sutton and also our emergency management. And here comes the Henderson County JROTC. Wow, AJ, look how many students are involved in this program at the high school, and it continues to grow.
Well, I'll tell you what, Colonel Garrett is such a leader out there, and you know it's funny. This year we share quite a few kids. I see some of mine in the
I do
theater
see some of your
department over there.
theater
Yeah,
students that are involved in your production tonight.
exactly. And Colonel Garrett does such a good job of mentoring and molding these young people into good citizens, good JRTC members.
It's a great leadership building program.
Yes. In fact, we had a young man last year graduated that was spent time with Colonel Garrett and with me that is part of the Navy Ceremonial Guard station now in Washington, D.C. Big
Absolutely.
shout out to Austin Loeffler for all the
Great
work.
job.
I'm very proud of that young man and how much he's grown.
We have the County Anna King and Queen, Bryce Tapp and Molly Anna Major, Senior Luke Dalton, and we have Emmy Kirtley, homecoming queen and King Luke Dalton.
Emmy and Luke, good friends of the theater program, good friends of student ambassadors. They're so active out in the
Yes.
community. We're so lucky to have such fine, responsible, mature young
And
people.
Emmy Kirtley is a distinguished young woman, and Emmy is a well-rounded, involved in many different programs at the high school, as well as Luke Dalton, who's involved in the football team and lots of different programs.
That's right. We are so lucky to be able to offer these students extraordinary opportunities for them to grow and mature into young people that will go out and hopefully help their communities, whether they stay in Henderson or go elsewhere.
We have the Happy Trails trucking float, a little vintage 1950s float there. And now in Moore High School, we have our CTE program, one of the largest CTE programs in the state under one roof, over 15 programs and career opportunities for our students to grow. They are actually involved, AJ, in a lot of the buildings and things that you see at the downtown Christmas in the Park at Central Park. They built those, or they worked on those. They built the signs, and we're just so thankful for that partnership.
Such a wide variety of things they do too, from construction to welding to technology focused,
nursing,
right? Exactly.
Culinary. I like the elves theme here. They are all dressed up as elves, and they have toys, and they have a little dog on their float as well.
In fact, Dylan Townsend, a new visual communications teacher over at the CTU, has been sending some kids up to me, and we've been talking about film, and we've been doing more with narrative filmmaking at the school.
Collaboration, as well as their culinary program is not only state winners but national winners. Miss Jenny Johnson, so congratulations. We now have the Henderson County High School Brigade and Guard.
I got some friends over there. There's Araya Dorcas, I see. Good friend of mine in my Theater 1 class. I'm not going to go through every kid that we have there, but we have quite a few that are representative. We got the kids out there. I just love it.
It's nice to see all the high school together in this section, because we do offer so many extracurriculars at our high school and all of our schools.
That's right.
Next, we have Silver Creek Taxi. Love to see that old taxi. That reminds me of It's a Wonderful Life and our cab driver from the play.
That's right. And if you ever go to New York, take a yellow cab, because that's the answer up there for those. That's the secret. We don't want no Uber up in New York City.
It's a Wonderful Life is a reminder. It's tonight at 7 p.m. at the Preston Arts Center. Tickets are $10, and we know you'll have a great time. Now, here comes Silver Creek Transportation again. They are a sponsor of our live coverage of It's a Wonderful Life, but also the parade today, AJ.
That's right. And they're looking for motivated drivers to come join their one-of-a-kind team with flexible route options and the promise of quality family time. They get the job done and have fun doing it. Trucking the way it ought to be. Find out more at silvercreektrans.com.
We have our Henderson County Fair pageant winners behind Silver Creek Transportation.
Were you a pageant winner back in the day, Megan?
My brother was, actually.
Is that right?
He was. He was Mr. Henderson County. And I participated, but my brother actually won the same year we were in it.
Well, congratulations. Was it Mark or Matt?
It was Mark.
Oh, of course it was.
So congratulations, Mark. And I believe, is that the Colonel there? The Henderson County Colonel is actually on the truck that is pulling the Henderson County Fair pageant winners. So charge on, Colonel.
Charge on. Committed, caring, and confident Henderson County Colonels.
It's great to see so many colonels out here today, as well as our elementary school students. And we'll be seeing here in a little bit of quite a few of our elementary school floats in the parade. Next, we have the Hadi Shrine coming up here. And they do a lot of work in the community to support those in need, and not only here, but in the tri-state area. So we're just glad to have them involved today.
That's right. Let me take a moment to thank another one of our sponsors, River Valley Behavioral Health. This holiday season, River Valley Behavioral Health will host Mental Health First and training throughout their service counties. Mental health behavioral health is a course that will teach participants how to identify, understand, and respond to signs of mental health and substance abuse crisis. All training is free. For more information, go to rvbh.com. And I don't mean to plug the parade, our show again, but one of the core concepts of our show is we talk about suicide in that show. Of course, It's a Wonderful Life. And I just want to remind everybody to tell somebody you love them this holiday season. It's so important.
Absolutely. And our community resources like River Valley Behavioral Health for those in need that need those support and sources.
That's right. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
More Shriners here in the parade. The parade marshal right there giving a wave, and the captain of the guard of the Haughty Shriners.
I just can't get over how beautiful a day this is today.
I know. We're glad to have that coverage here. And once again, it's on live on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you to everyone that's watching right now. Oh, you know, the Shriners to me always are those little tiny cars. And here they come. And
what are those called? Are we just call them little cars? Is that what go-karts?
I don't know. Bill, do you know?
You know, I think they're even faster than go-karts.
Either
that or they're more daring in their maneuvers.
They're souped up, aren't they?
They are, and they take great pride. You can see that how everything is so polished here. Everyone takes such great pride. But you're right, the Shriners do so much, especially for young children and actually people of all ages that have disabilities, getting them the treatments they need, transporting them to and from the different hospitals that they operate. Here comes a motorized fez. I don't know how many times you get to see that, but right here at the Henderson Christmas Parade, we've got, and that's the other thing, it's the Downtown Henderson Merchant Christmas Parade, but the Shriners really come out, and they're from Madisonville, they're from Evansville, they're from Henderson, and all points in between, and kind of describe this next unit for us.
Well, go ahead, Megan.
SS Mariner, and you know, it looks like the boats that we see on our riverfront. Most definitely, we've seen a lot of those recently. They've been in Henderson quite a bit. I'm glad to always see the Delta Queen and Mississippi Queen, but this is what this boat looks like. It's the SS Haughty Mariner there, and we can see the Shriners on there.
Look at the Winnie the Pooh up front on the parade.
Right. Give them a wave there.
We got some representatives from several movies and television shows. See Monsters Inc. on the back.
The steamboat, the pedal is moving at the end.
The paddle wheel, yeah. And if you notice, there was Mark Twain.
I did see that
on the top.
Yes.
Which reminds me that Tom Sawyer is a part of our play tonight. So there is a tie-in everywhere. Not that we're going to do that.
Because just like this beautiful day, it's a wonderful life out there.
Right.
All right, here's the thing that a lot of people wait every year for.
That would scare. I mean, it's beautiful and it's creative and I love it, but it would scare me.
To drive that.
I don't know if I could do.
The
clown fell.
That's the funsters.
You forgot something over there. I think you forgot something.
Uh-oh, a clown fell out.
Uh-oh.
You do not want to leave anyone behind. So now the funster is backing up.
Oh, he got him back in there.
The crowd is responding to that, enjoying that entertainment there, and the funsters and the haughty clowns there.
Now, if you're looking for entertainment, make sure you can go out to Farmer and Frenchman. It's a full agri-tourism experience with farm-to-table cuisine, vineyard, event venue, and overnight cabins. Visit the website farmerandfrenchman.com for more information and to book your stay that you can give the gift of experience with that hard-to-buy for person this year. Gift certificates are available at Farmer and Frenchman at farmerandfrenchman.com.
A beautiful place that we have in our community.
Yeah, so thankful for everything that Katie and Hubert do for us. Katie helps out with SOFA.
She
quite a bit. She's on the board of directors.
The SOFA Fine Arts Foundation.
We just love all of our partnerships with all the arts, being able to celebrate those.
We have Henderson Chevrolet coming up in a GMC truck.
I need one of those, Megan.
You know, today we are in the back of a truck today next to Butler's Apothecary, providing this live coverage on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, well, you do need to get one, AJ. All the theater equipment you're constantly moving around.
That's right. Big thanks to Chris Staples for setting us up here. And he's running the camera back. I think he's still behind us. He's hiding behind the camera, not in front of the camera. But he is still there.
We're also joined with Bill Stevens this morning here with us.
We have a little bit of nostalgia happening for me right now.
Great to still be around.
Yes.
It is. We're
come back and do special things like this.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll bring back Jam in Henderson.
We do. We need to talk about that sometime, right?
I would love that as well. We have Post 126 AM Vets with Henderson, the Lady Auxiliary Post there with their Americans patriotic float there.
I love
red,
that.
white, and blue Christmas tree.
Nothing better.
Audubon Chrysler there and a Jeep Rubicon truck.
Nice red color.
Nice red color for this Christmas parade.
It's almost like they planned that.
Absolutely. We have some more community organizations that are on their way, making their way towards us. In this this is what it's about. Our community has so much support.
We really are fortunate,
We really are
Megan.
very fortunate. And you can see that today at the parade. And look how many people are out here enjoying this parade. Even though it's a little bit windy and cold, they are out here enjoying all that they can see with the parade.
That's
the
right.
sights and the sounds.
That's right. But if you do find yourself needing help, you can visit River Valley Behavioral Health. Their season River Valley Behavioral Health will host mental health first and training throughout their service counties. MHFA is a course that teaches participants how to identify, understand, and respond to signs of mental health and substance abuse crisis. All training is free. For more information, go to rvbh.com.
United Way just passed us, and they also do so much for for the community and supporting our nonprofits, which in turn support so many individuals in the community. So thank you to United Way. They just wrapped up their campaign. Thank you for all that you do. The bass fishing.
That's right, bass fishing. I got a couple of students that participate in that. Oh, look, I think he's caught something from the crowd.
He is doing some acting there, AJ. That's our Henderson County bass fishing on a boat there. We have representatives and coaches that go out and compete with bass fishing competitions.
That's right, which sounds like a lot of fun. You know, I'm sad to say I don't know more about that, but I need to learn.
We have South Heights Elementary School. They're also doing an elf theme here. South Heights Elf Learning Foundation.
What an impressive float.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. We have students and staff there. We're going to wave to them.
It's so good to see, and you have to think, these people got up, these young people got up so early in the morning to come be a part of this Christmas parade. So thank you to the students for being able to do that, but also the teachers and parents
and the teachers
that support
and parents.
them.
And you know, that's a good reminder, AJ. The parade starts at 10, but they start lining up at 8 a.m.
Right, and some even early. And you have to think that it takes weeks to put on some of these floats. Look at that float from South Heights.
They take a lot of time to put these floats together. We have Henderson Ford there.
Henderson Ford, good friends of ours.
Yes. And then behind that, we see is St. John's Masonic Lodge. And another elementary school coming up. This is Spotsville Elementary. AJ.
My alma mater coming up right there with a beautiful new building. Well, I mean, relatively new, I guess.
New.
And if you haven't had a chance, they need to have another open house for the community to come see the wonder that building is.
Spotsville Elementary School is a blue ribbon school.
That's right. Big deal. Big deal when that happened.
They have their mascot here, and they have their cheer team, their ABA cheer.
What a good showing from Spotsville Elementary. You can see the blue and gold flooding the area.
How long ago was that when you went to Spotsville?
Oh, too long to remember. And too long to share. Can't count the years anymore.
That's right. They have their blue and gold shirts on and their Spotsville Panther paw prints and the Spotsville Panther. It's so great to see a lot of our mascots now. You can see from our elementary schools are more out in the community, and then like the Jefferson, I'm sure we'll see Jeffy soon too.
I'm sure we will, and I think not to spoil anything, but we saw the cheetah in the lineup too. Yes. I believe.
We have the Henderson County Standard Sales Float. They actually placed number 3 in the competition, and so a lot of people may not know, but these floats are judged every year, and it's a big deal to be one of the winning lineups. So they placed number 3 in the well,
congratulations to them
today. Absolutely.
And they can go celebrate at Farmer and Frenchman. They're one of our sponsors. They're a full agritourism. I'm going to get that word right before the end of the day. With farm-to-table cuisine, a vineyard, event venue, and overnight cabins. You can visit farmerthanfrenchman.com for more information and to book your stay. You can give the gift of experience with your hard-to-buy-for person this year. Gift certificates are available from farmerandfrenchman.com.
We have the Boys and Girls Club of Henderson. A great future start here is what their banner says, and I know they are doing a lot of work to raise money for a new location in downtown Henderson. The Henderson Gentlemen's Club is also joining the Boys and Girls Club of Henderson, and I know they are supporting, that is a group, high school students represent that group.
That's right. I think it's affiliated with the Cotillion organization.
Yes, and so they help raise money for different organizations, and I believe one of their big projects this year is the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, congratulations to all the hard work they did to get that. They're renovating that new space down, not too far with it. Yeah.
Yes.
I know Dorsey Ridley had a lot to do with that, so thank you. And a lot of people had a lot to make that happen.
The number 1 float is coming up, AJ.
Oh, no.
Yes, our winning float for the parade today is making its way down here. That is from Experiencing Autism Together. They won the Henderson Merchant Christmas Parade today, taking that number 1 place. So we're so excited.
Big congratulations to Experience Autism. Such an important thing to be aware of. Today we did a play not too long ago that featured a young person with autism. It was called Curious Incident of Dog in the Nighttime, one of my favorite plays ever. Joining us on location is our very friend, Bill Stevens.
I just wanted to throw in a quick plug here. When we talk about the winners of the floats, the prize money that is given out is actually donated by a lot of our downtown and other local merchants. So we want to get, and that's why it's the Downtown Merchants Christmas Parade, because they've always helped out with that, and they're doing it again this year. So
that's fantastic.
And so it's always great to see how many floats that we have in our parade. Of course, it's always one of the things that kind of gives it a lot of color and splash, helps to, build some camaraderie too. And have you ever put together a float?
I tried to this year and didn't do it because of the play.
It's a lot of work.
Maybe next year.
It is a lot
It
of
is a
work.
lot of work. So congratulations to everybody, even if you're not a #1 award winner.
That's right.
Yeah, we appreciate
It is
you.
time and talent.
That's right, without a doubt.
So the theme for the Experiencing Autism Together is the Grinch, and you can see the Grinch is waving there from us, but look at the Whoville decor
Oh, how beautiful
that
is
they have
that?
on that. The Grinch's lair, Whoville, and Mount Crumpet. So, but in the end, the Grinch's heart grew 2 sizes that day.
That's right.
That is, and so, talking about the Grinch, I know the Henderson Police Department did a message about making sure that you keep the Grinches away.
That's right. You want to be able to lock your car, lock your door, and don't leave valuables in plain sight because you don't want any of those Grinches taking anything this holiday season. Practice proper safety rules and watch for inclement road weather issues. Thank you to the Henderson Police Department for all their support and for always protecting and serving our community.
Oh, that looks like that would be warm, Bill. Does it look like from down there, that flame coming up?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to be leaving here, and I'm going to be hopping on the back of this float because my hands are still trying to get some feeling back in them. I think this might help.
Remax,
Yes.
the hot air balloon team. So the only thing missing is the actual big balloon, but they have the flame sure is going there, and the basket that you see in a helium balloon. That is on my bucket list, AJ. Just a reminder one day to ride in a hot air balloon.
Duly noted. I know what to get you for Christmas now.
We have the Henderson South Middle School Bulldog Band. They're performing here for us, followed by their cheer team.
That's right.
The
Ryan
dance
Rush,
team.
newly appointed to the board office.
Yes, so South Middle School now, their new principal is Miss Stacy Fish, and she's doing an outstanding job there at South Middle School. Had a chance to go to their Veterans Day program, and WSON, of course, did the live stream coverage of that as well. And that is just a wonderful program that they offer our veterans in the community, and then I know it continues to grow, and we just look forward to that every year.
Talk about another worthwhile tradition. And I think the common thread throughout all of this is community, celebrating our community and bringing our community together.
So we have the South Middle School float actually coming up here with the Bulldog on that float. We're going to get closer to see what that is, but I believe that might be a rocket. Bill, I know you're a big NASA fan. You're going to get excited here. It is, I think it's Reach for the Stars here.
Launching to the stars.
Launching the stars.
I love
I
this.
love that float
And
too.
I noticed that in so many of our schools that they had that as a theme
Yes.
this year. So, but there it is. They're ready to take off, it looks like.
And
And
little
there's Miss
shout
Fish there.
Oh, there's
waving to
Miss Fish,
her.
Principal Fish over
Yes.
there. And a little shout out to the slightly inspired by Van Gogh drawing on the launching
Oh, I like
to
that
the stars.
as well.
Bringing art and
STEAM
science
education,
together. That's
science,
right. It's
technology,
all
engineering,
about that.
arts, math. So
Let's give another shout out to Butler's Apothecary. That's where we're located right now, and it's the way a pharmacy should be run. A complete pharmacy and boutique, proudly serving the community of Henderson. Their unique and beautiful boutique offers a soda fountain and ice cream to try, while the pharmacist works to meet your needs.
We have Kids Hope USA, and then the First United Methodist Church. Looks like they have a partnership with Bingate Elementary School, and you see that with a lot of our churches in the community. They partner up with our schools to help provide, especially with our backpack program, with our Family Resource Youth Services Center. They send backpacks home on the weekends to kids that may not have food provided for the weekend.
And look at this
Great
lovely float
partnership.
with the train, car mixed together. Speaking of new cars, I think that's what we need to get, honey.
The train.
The train car. With Santa, I think, is stuck inside the
Veterans
engine
Owensboro V807 float.
with lots of decorations on top and on the side. Stuffed animals galore on that one.
Yes. We have the St. Paul's Episcopal Church followed that with their church float there that will later be moved to the Christmas in the Park at Central Park. I know that they had to actually cancel the lighting last night due to some of the winds and the high winds and the rain. So, but that doesn't mean that you still can't go and enjoy all the lights down there. So make sure you go and check out all the different things that you can see at Henderson, the Christmas in the Park at Central Park.
One of my favorite parts of the holiday season, being able to walk down
We
to
do.
Central Park.
We like to go there.
We go on Christmas Eve sometimes.
Okay,
Christmas
we
Day.
have the United Steelworkers floats, but I want to point out the sign there, Women of Steel. You are seeing women that are moving more into these the CTE program especially. We see more women in these programs, but moving into more steelworker positions. And so it's glad to see
That's
that
so
representation
important.
there.
That's right. Sight and Sound magazine released their list of the 100 greatest films of all time, and for the first time, the #1 film was directed by a woman.
Really? Well, also
That's
United
right.
Steelworkers Women, it still reminds me of Rosie the Riveter, which
That's
reminds
right.
me of It's a Wonderful Life, which has World War II. We're going to tie it together all day here, all morning here, Bill.
My mom was a riveter in World
Is
War
that
II.
right?
Yeah, at the Cervell plant in Evansville, making the P-47s. Because women's hands were smaller than a man's hand and could fit
They
in
could
the
fit.
wingtips. Is a small, little-known fact. So,
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So hats off to all
your
the
mom
ladies
and moms
Yes,
everywhere,
all
right?
the people
absolutely.
that,
Women throughout the year that have helped
you know,
contribute.
she's got a picture that she wrote on the back of it. This is the plane that won the war, and it's a P-47. So
I
think
love
we
that.
can take a lot of pride in that.
Without a doubt.
We
well-
had Clyde Sutton, the Newman LaRue tractor was coming by, and the Mark Fulcher tractor here with the Lions Club, it looks like.
And look at that doggy over there.
Yeah. Oh,
that looks
yeah.
like a lion. You think they'd be friends with Winnie?
I don't know, our little dog, but it's great to see the Lions. They also contribute so much to the community, and one of their visions internationally is Vision and Sight, so they help to provide those programs in the community.
I think that's our friend in theater, Jerry Bernstein, over there
Yes.
walking with them.
Also see Maggie Collier, who recently was presented with a Woman of the Year prize through the Henderson Chamber for all that she has done.
Speaking
in
of
the community.
powerful and accomplished
Yes.
women, gotta love it.
And Maggie, it does so much with the Henderson Lions Club.
So we got a mini-me walking in the float.
A minion.
Minion.
Not a mini-me.
That's a different show, isn't it? My
You
apologies.
have not seen a lot of cartoons recently. That is a minion.
I
there.
try not to.
We have the Henderson Goodfellows. They do so much with their campaign every year. They provide a Christmas experience, a Christmas party for students in need. And so they will start raising the funds for that and provide not clothing, toys, and a party and so much for them, the children in need.
Yeah, our Christmas contest is coming up very soon, and we split the difference, $860. Half of that goes to the Goodfellows. The other half will go to a lucky listener. So be listening
Oh,
on the
yes.
radio very soon for more information about that. Okay, and next we've got
We have the Holy Name Cheer, and they're green and white, Holy Name Cardinals there, followed by the Bluegrass Grizzlies and the Henderson Hot Shots Cheer. A lot of cheerleaders happening. And I believe Henderson Hot Shots has even the littlest cheerleaders there. I think they start young at 3- and 4-year-olds that can join that program. You know, it's good to experience younger. Is it the arts? Is it cheer? Is it band? Is it basketball, sports? You know, getting
Exercise.
Exercise. Getting
right.
these kids exposed to a young age really instills good leadership skills and empowerment and just a good overall mental health.
That's right, and a sense of community. But speaking of mental health, this holiday season, River Valley Behavioral Health will host its Mental Health First and training throughout their service counties. MHFA is a course that teaches participants how to identify, understand, and respond to signs of mental health and substance abuse crisis. All training is free, and for more information, go to WVBH.com.
We have the Midway Pharmacy float there. I have a little bit, I think, of the Scrooge there. It's a good Disney Christmas carol. We have the Kate's Farms float. They are number 4. They took home the number 4 prize. And, of course, Kate's Farm, you'll know for their pumpkin patches and their corn maze. And I love their Christmas tree because it is a pumpkin tree with the corn stalk right there in the middle, followed by scarecrows on either side dressed in red and green. I think that is a very impressive exhibit, a float there.
My nephews went
Yes.
out there this year for their annual event and just had a wonderful time.
Kate's Farm also does a lot of group experiences out at their Kate's Farm, and some of that is donated time for people to go out there and do teamwork and development, and just a great community partner of ours.
And speaking of agritourism, you can experience that at Farmer and Frenchman. They are farm-to-table cuisine, vineyard, event venue, and overnight cabins. You can visit farmerandfrenchman.com for more information and to book your stay. Give the gift of experience with that hard-to-buy-for person this year. Gift certificates available for Farmer and Frenchman at farmerandfrenchman.com.
Okay, the next float, my friend Danelle English at the library will not be happy with me. She's a children's services manager there. I cannot identify this book character. It's a children's book character, but this is Thelma B. Johnson Early Learning Center.
Isn't it?
We have, I think it's just Elephant and Pig, maybe, but I believe
No,
they
I
have a
think
name.
it's Dunbar, Babar.
No, that is not Babar.
That's not Babar?
AJ. That is
Okay, I
definitely
tried.
that's definitely dating you. This
Oh,
is
okay.
a kid's book. Thelma B. Johnson Early Learning is, of course, is our preschool center through Henderson County Schools, and they have an emphasis on their float of books because we all know the importance of reading at such a small early age. You want to instill in that, read to your child 20 minutes a day, or make sure your child is reading 20 minutes a day.
And listen to how excited they were in the parade, just walking down, giving a lot of energy. Those young people are so exciting, and to have in the show.
We had Bengate and Niagara, of course, following Thelma B. Johnson Early Learning Center. Bengate and Niagara here, representing with their Christmas-themed float here. We also have Deaconess Henderson Clinic and Deaconess EMS. And there's a Deaconess ambulance.
I think somebody needs to get one of those free books for us so we can identify who that elephant and pig is. I'm a little upset it's not Babar.
Well, I
there
will
you go,
tell
Bill
you
Stevens.
later,
Thank you, my friend.
A district office is also passing out books, so we'll see more of that coming up soon.
Nothing like the importance of reading.
That's right, and that is one of our big initiatives with Henderson County Schools is reading. You see the Cash Express float there, loans available. Also, you have number 5 float coming up, the Color Wheel Kids Art and Crafts Float. Color Wheel is a new nonprofit in town, of course, exposing kids to the arts. We know, both you and I know how important that is, AJ as well, but you can see their float there with their Christmas theme, and they take home the number 5.
Without a doubt, arts are about increasing intelligence, making you aware of other ideas out there, but it's also about creativity and expressiveness.
Oh, here comes one of our newest National Blue Ribbon schools named this year. A National Blue Ribbon school is Cairo Elementary. They were 5 in the state, AJ. Cairo Elementary took home that honor. They recently traveled, Ms. Chappelle, to Washington, D.C. to receive that recognition along with our superintendent, Dr. Bob Lawson. They have their blue ribbon. Look at their blue ribbon seal. It is the very first thing you see. They are certainly proud of that, and they deserved it as well. So they are a 2022 National Blue Ribbon school.
Such a collaboration between the students and teaching staff over at that.
Chris, my nephew goes there too, so I have to give a shout
out
to Henry.
You have a little bit of a ties
I
there.
do. Little Henry Mortis going to give you a shout out for going to Cairo Elementary, and actually
he just loves it over there. He just got nominated for something, didn't he?
He got a leadership award. They do a lot of leadership recognitions they give their students throughout the months, and so we're so thankful for that.
Now, we're proud of all of our elementary schools
Absolutely.
here in Henderson County, but we need to celebrate those that achieve so much.
Yes. There is Miss Chappelle there walking alongside a student. We'll have to yell at her to see if she sees us over here. Hey, Miss Chappelle.
She's focused on her kids. That's the way it should be.
Well, I wasn't going to say, recently I finished up, I did a junior achievement class at Cairo Elementary School. Now, junior achievement is a community-wide program that goes into our schools to teach the importance of financial literacy, kindergarten, 3rd grade, middle school, high school, and they certainly need more volunteers. So if you're interested in that, you can contact Henderson County District Office or contact Junior Achievement to become a junior achievement volunteer.
And there's our friends at Holy Name School with their float. You can hear them in the background.
Yes, cheering that. Green and white. Okay, I have to give a little shout out to here. So I know this personally. Dr. Lawson and Henderson County School District's themes this year is a ship theme because it's leadership, relationships. And you can see that there. The Colonel is on our ship with our new logo there. Henderson County Schools, we pursue excellence.
That's right.
Giving us a shout out there.
There's our Colonel friend.
And they took home number 6 this year with their float. So you can see that there on the back, relationships, partnerships, leaderships, and that is what is important in our community, and that is so evident today. So you can see Dr. Lawson over here actually has a Navy hat on, or like a sailor hat, I should say, and they're maroon and white, and they're passing out books. So here we go.
And you know what? You're going to be very amazed to find out that was actually Elephant and Piggy.
Oh, well,
it was Elephant.
Look at that.
I was
got it
making
straight
it
from
more
the horse's
difficult.
mouth.
There you go. Thank you, our on-the-ground reporter, beat reporter Bill
Always
Stevens.
on the spot.
We have another Grinch-themed float.
What are we trying to say with all the
Creation
Grinches?
Dolls dance team with their Whoville float there. You can see their dress up Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch. We have North Middle School band cheer coming up here. North Middle School has their Christmas festive attire on as well. Now, they have a new principal as well. Mr. Will Roberts is the new principal at North Middle School this year.
Good friend of mine.
Yes.
The whole Roberts clan.
A Spotsville friend there.
That's
yes.
right, exactly.
But he has the new principal there. We have a new principal at South, Miss Stacy Fish, and we're just so glad to have their leadership at both south and north, and to see how the schools will both grow in
Now,
the future.
speaking of all the Grinches, you don't want them to ruin your holiday season. And the Henderson Police Department, one of our sponsors, would like to offer you these safety tips. Lock your car, lock your doors, don't leave valuables in plain sight. Practice proper safety rules and watch for inclement road weather issues.
Now, Silver Creek is actually pulling the North Middle School rockin' and rollin' around the Christmas tree through the decades. I love all the different decades they're representing. That is a creative float, the 1950s. But I want to say Silver Creek Transportation does a lot of donation to our Henderson County Band with hauling their equipment. Also, they do a lot of the different floats that you'll see today for our schools. They are a big supporter of our schools.
Very community-minded, and they are looking for motivated drivers to join their team. So with flexible route options and the promise of quality family time, they get the job done and have fun doing it. Trucking the way it ought to be. Found out more at silvercreektrans.com.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they're also helping to sponsor a certain play tonight.
They are.
They are
And if you want to
sponsoring.
come see the play, It's a Wonderful Life, come out to the Present Arts Center or listen on WSON,
We'll have
860
the live
AM,
stream of
96.
that, absolutely.
It
And
starts at 7 p.m., but we have a wonderful pre-show starting at 6
Really
with
do.
live music from Colin Mays, and we have games, and we have Farm Girl cupcakes for sale and cookies and lots of good activities.
Hot chocolate, lots of fun stuff. So bring the family out.
Okay, East Heights Hawks. I see them.
Go Hawks.
I love their farm theme. They have an agricultural theme there, AJ.
And speaking of agritourism, go out and visit Farmer and Frenchman. You can get a gift certificate at farmerandfrenchman.com.
Here they are followed by Jefferson Elementary School. Now, Jefferson has a brand new school this year, and if you haven't had a chance, you'd like to tour that school, just contact our district office. We'd love to give you a tour, and that is so possible because of our community and the investment in excellence. We have that new elementary school, and it is beautiful.
That's right. It's so good to see. The theme of today is community, bringing everybody together and allowing
And
them
there's Miss
to
Courtney, the
celebrate
principal
together.
of Jefferson Elementary School, and she has Jeffy.
There you go.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. They do, and we love them.
If you didn't hear that, Miss Courtney gave us a shout out and a love sign and said she loves WSON.
One of my favorite things the kids do, the heart sign.
Yes.
I've adopted that one. That's a good colloquialism, good slang for them.
And of course, us both representing Henderson County Schools as well, but we are so thankful for the school district for the partnership with WSON and the support they show our schools.
Yeah, and if you're in the parade and you're watching by, come visit us at Butler's Apothecary. We're right out front of that. And the Butler's Apothecary is a way a pharmacy should be, a complete pharmacy and boutique, proudly serving the community of Henderson. Their unique and beautiful boutique offers a soda fountain and ice cream, delicious ice cream to try.
Peppermint ice cream now.
And wow, that's one of your favorites.
I know.
You can get some peppermint ice cream while the pharmacist works to meet your pharmaceutical needs. Their wide range of medical, healthcare, cosmetic, and home essentials will make Butler's Apothecary your one-stop shop.
And I'm going to slip in here and just remind folks that they also have their In the Window experience with Santa and the Grinch. That is every Friday and Saturday evening this month of December. It started last night at 5. It goes from 5 until 9. They've got baked goods and crafts, hot beverages. You can visit with Santa, tell him what you would like to see under the tree this year.
A tradition started during COVID, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that
believe
was the
that's
first time that we had
And,
seen that.
again, they can also help you with all your pharmacy needs too, but a lot of fun things that they put on throughout the year, and especially here during the holidays. So
They are
yeah,
even a host of our Sofa Art Gallery exhibit right now, left over from the Sofa Art Hop, so you can see some students work there at the same time.
We have our classic cars right now that we can see, and also they pointed out a 1960 Ford Starliner, Larry Rouse. Now, Bill, I will say, AJ and I, we don't know a lot about classic cars, but apparently that is a big deal.
it is a super big deal. Yeah, and there was a fantastic Fairlane 500 that started this off, and look just how beautiful all of these cars are, and the sun shining off of them right now. It's kind of hurting my eyes a little bit.
I
know.
I'm glad I
we've
got
all the,
sunglasses on.
We've got some very newer cars too, though, like this Corvette that's coming by.
As I said, you have to help us out on this section, Bill.
And right behind it is one of my favorites. It's a Bel Air Chevrolet. I'd say that's probably a 57, 58. And I actually had a Chevrolet Bel Air, but it was the 61 model, which is kind of coming up behind it. So you can tell the difference. They went away from the fins and went to a more streamlined look.
But you would look good in that vehicle, Bill. I think you need to get one again.
Yeah, I would love to have. Boy, any of these I would love to have. They are fantastic.
Now, AJ at first had this idea, Bill, that he was going to bring a classic car on the stage at the Preston Arts Center for It's a Wonderful Life. Unfortunately, we didn't get that to happen, but that is definitely the creative side that we see of AJ.
I would have loved it, but I don't know we would have had enough space.
I don't think now we would have.
No, exactly. But that, maybe sometime in the future.
The dreaming stage. You always have to come up with anything.
Now, if you're talking about dream cars, oh yeah, good.
Listen to that purr.
Let's hear her purr. This is a Mustang with the pony package. You know that because it's got the Mustang on the grill and it's all over the car and on the hubcaps usually. And boy, that is really nice. It's got the reticulated tail lights, and I bet it does well on the highway. But right behind that is an open air Corvette. How about that? We've got the top down today, and look at this thing. Wowzers.
We have, of course, a Corvette museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
We do.
Which is very unique for our state.
It's a great place to go visit, and it's a great tradition. I think it's great that, everybody thinks of Indiana as being speed central with the Indy 500. But, we've got a lot of speed right here with our racehorses.
Yes.
And then with our Corvette.
A lot of kids right now are touring college campuses. They're going to Western. They're going to U of L, UK, Murray State University. It's a time for seniors to start picking and choosing where they're going to go for their next 4 years of education.
You'll be very pleased to know that actually some of your students, the seniors, that are joining us for our play out at the Fine Arts Center, we're talking about that exact same thing, about getting ready for the next level, going to community college maybe for the first 2 years, looking at other schools for what they are looking to do, after they get out of high school.
And speaking of the community college, another great partnership and opportunity we have for students in our community.
We are so blessed to have that.
We are very fortunate. I don't know, a lot of people don't know that to have a community college in our community. And Henderson Community College has a great nursing program along with their other programs that are really essential to what. And we have a great partnership with Henderson County High School. You can actually get college credit while you're in high school. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. And a beautiful theater, the Preston Arts Center, that has a wonderful play tonight. It's a Wonderful Life.
Get there at 6, be there for the pre-show, and then
Yes.
stick around. And we had a lot of great folks out there last night. They thoroughly enjoyed it, and I know the cast
look
is
at
going
that
to be
purple
super
car.
pumped tonight. Wow.
That
I don't
reminds me
believe
of
that's
like.
original equipment.
I don't
if you
think
ask
so.
me,
I feel like I would see that in like the Haunted Mansion.
that purple absolutely would fit right in.
We need a car. I know you know way more about cars than I do, but we need a car expert. You do a wonderful job, Bill, but I know nothing. I bring nothing to the table.
That's a Malibu. I know that
AJ
because
just
it
wants
says
to make
so
sure
on the
it
side of the
goes.
car.
Okay, there you go.
Now, we did actually get to experience riding in a classic car. Our friend Gene Stinson did a Korean Army Jeep. And you might see it downtown.
I believe he's in it. He's not far from the theater parade. He's here tonight. That's all.
He might be in the parade, but we actually got to drive in that downtown over the summer. That was a really cool experience.
It was. It was a lot of fun.
Just listen to that power.
That's right.
But
then
then we've got
some
some two-wheelers
motorcycles
here and three-wheelers. So the Gold Wings.
Lots of people out today at the parade, and we're so glad to see so many people out here, even though it's a little bit chilly. The sun is out. The sun is shining bright.
And we're at Butler's Apothecary right at the beginning of the parade, close to the beginning of the parade, and I can see it stretching all the way down to Central Park. Lots of people in the community coming out to enjoy the parade. Lots of people in the community coming to be in the parade. There's one of my students right there, Jax. You did such a good job. I'm so proud of you.
JROTC.
JROTC, Colonel
So you
Garrett.
guys have already finished the parade route loop. Well, good. We did a great job.
We're very proud of you, Jax. I love you.
We have the Henderson Warm Center here. They also have a Grinch theme. I think Grinch was the overall theme this year of the parade.
Yes, and you don't want the Grinch to spoil your holiday season, so the Henderson Police Department would like to offer you these safety tips. Lock your car, lock your door, don't leave valuables in plain sight. Practice proper safety rules and watch for inclement road weather issues. And speaking of cars, I think that's such an important thing during this time of year with inclement road weather.
Now, the Warm Center, they do a lot of volunteer work as well in the community. You'll see them in a lot of our 5K races in the community, such as the Turkey Trot and the Habitat for Humanity Tri-Fest 5K, helping to block traffic. So we're so glad to have those volunteers. for those events that raise money for our community. It's all about collaboration, AJ. We have our Westside Nut Club here in a classic car. Westside Nut Club, of course, does their big fall festival over in Evansville. Of course, we have the Tri-Fest here in Henderson in April, another great downtown event that raises money for good causes.
You know, actually, the Lions Club went to the Westside Nut Club to get pointers on how to put together a festival of that sort, so we can thank them for helping us to get that tradition. And now it's been going for pretty much as long as I've been in Henderson. I think just right after I came to town in '84. So
planting the seeds of growth.
Well, and that's in the fall, and that helps organizations in Evansville and we utilize as well. So go to that in the fall and come here in the spring and support Henderson as well. There's a Feller limousine there, AJ, like a limousine bus.
Oh, that looks fun.
We need that, a celebrity bus when we get done with our play.
That's right. Which is happening.
I was about to say, can we get that for the cast? We can kind of arrive in style. We can have the red carpet and the big searchlights.
We need this vintage Westside Nut Club fire truck, too, for our play. Taking notes.
Okay, are you taking notes? Yeah.
I am. I got them.
Here. Now we know where to find these props and set pieces. Of course, Westside Nut Club always has a Sesame Street theme every year. You see Elmo there. You see Grinch.
I love their slogan, too. It says, root, boost, or scoot.
There you go. Root, boost, or scoot. From small to large groups there. We have a new Christmas float coming up here. Oh, let me see. It's the A.B. Chandler Elementary School float.
Hey, our friends at A.B. Chandler.
I was a Cordon pioneer.
That's your alma mater.
A.B. Chandler. I was actually there when they had the new school. I started my second grade year there at their brand new school, not to age myself there, but we're so glad to see the Chandler Cheetahs there, and they're blue and orange. We also have Pratt Paper. Now, Pratt Paper is a new industry that's coming to town, and you have seen the construction there. If you haven't seen the construction happening there on the bypass, Pratt Paper is also going to be providing a lot of new jobs in our area, and so we're thankful for that new industry coming in. Henderson Economic Development, I know, worked very hard on that to get Pratt Paper Industries here in Henderson.
And it's great. They've actually got a lot of the cardboard boxes that they incorporated into the design of the float for the presents, and there are actually some walking presents as part of that whole scene there.
It says 100% recycled paper there. I love that. Absolutely. Oh, look, our friend Gene does have the Army Jeep out.
I thought I saw him over there.
He has a 1954 Jeep there. Willie's Jeep. Faith White, it says. Gene Stinson. So we got to ride in that Jeep. I feel pretty special.
I do, too. A fun ride going downtown.
Yes.
Got lots of head turns when we were going down there.
Now, of course, that's Gene and Donna there. Now, we are good friends with their daughter, Kara Wesner, and their son, Matt Stinson, who are actually community theater folks
alumni,
as well.
That's right.
Hey, Donna. And now, they're not in It's a Wonderful Life, but
it's from that period.
Yes.
Should have called them. They're my friends.
I'm jealous. That's a pretty cool little vehicle.
You know
it's
what,
a fun
Bill,
ride.
We have connections if you want to catch
I
a
will
ride.
get you a ride.
I've never ridden in a Jeep like that before. I would love to.
It was fun.
I don't think it tops 50 miles an hour, so I think you're safe.
That's perfect for me.
We have the, I believe this is the Evansville Multi-Specialty Float coming up here, the Christmas theme.
I'm just impressed of all the hard work that goes into making this parade possible, from the organizers to the people that are getting up early in the morning and spend countless hours on making these floats over the past weeks to put them together, and not even to mention the students and kids and community members that are out walking in this weather. We're lucky that it's a beautiful day.
Yes.
Regardless of weather, I think that we would have been, how cold it is or whatnot, we would have been out here enjoying each other, because the theme that we've determined is community.
Brescia Pruitt here is representing the National Coach of the Year for Elite Gymnastics. Of course, Brescia's done a lot of gymnastics, I believe, her whole life. So it's glad to see that she's recognized as the National Coach of the Year, Positive Coaching Alliance.
Just recently received a certificate. She's now a Kentucky Colonel. Was presented to her by the governor when he was in town recently.
That's exciting. We are Kentucky Colonels, Megan, or I am. Are you a
I have
Kentucky
not
Colonel?
been recognized as a Kentucky Colonel.
Bill, are you a Kentucky Colonel?
Obviously, yeah.
I would assume so. We need to go to their big party this year. They
Somebody
do
might
something
need to
around
make
Derby.
Me a Kentucky Colonel, Bill. Just saying.
Okay, write it down on that list.
I love
I
the
agree. I'm surprised you're not already.
My
I am
sister
too.
is, and my mother was, but unfortunately, I never got that recognition.
Now,
so.
okay, guys, this is the one unit that I've been really waiting
Uh-oh.
for. And look at them go.
Try to control yourself, Bill.
I know, right?
This is a Star Wars.
And and they've got Baby Yoda.
They have Baby Yoda. Bill Stevens, if you do not know, is
My
a huge
Christmas
Star
is
Wars
complete.
fan. Now, Bill, are you going to go stay at the Star Wars hotel that's now open at Disney?
You know, I thought about it until I saw the price tag. When it comes down a little bit, maybe.
I always have to select the bottom value hotel.
Yeah, right.
I think we need to be sponsored to go. We can make some videos.
If we could get some sponsorships, I'd love to go.
Now, Bill, that's the Western Kentucky Saber Guild that you saw there.
And I
Star
wasn't
Wars.
really aware that we had one. So look, they're really practicing out there.
You might need to join them.
I would love to.
I think we need to have you over there, Obi-Wan.
We have Moit Concrete here. There are big trucks there. Moit Concrete's been a family-owned business for long time in Henderson.
Absolutely.
Another business that partners with us. Got to love that.
Yes.
Partners with all the Henderson County schools, supports them.
On-time service, heat and air and plumbing. Good year to make sure that your heater is working.
Especially on a day like today.
Yes.
I know in our old house, I'm a little worried about turning on that that pilot light. It scares me every year. Not only for the turning on the pilot light, but just to make sure that it does turn on.
Have an old record coming up here. Now, Bill, do you
Old
still have?
scratchy
Is there
records.
still records at WSON to be
We
found?
have albums, yes, we
Yes.
do. And they are vintage, I would say.
You know, those, my kids love those. The albums have come back in style.
There are actually record stores again today, and you see them more and more.
You do, yeah. It's
That
something
is-
special about it.
But I love this. It's the
Merry Christmas from the city of Corden, rocking around the
Absolutely.
Christmas tree.
Our
Great to
friends
see
over at
Corden
Corden.
there, yeah.
Yeah, Farm Girl, of course.
Farm
I
Girl,
help out
you
there
helped
some,
out there on
and
Saturday?
they help donate cookies and cupcakes to our play.
They
It's
did.
a Wonderful Life that we'll be selling tonight.
Our friend Morgana. They were a big hit last night, but we still have some left over. So if you come tonight at 6 o'clock, you may be able to get your hands on one.
Now, my partner in crime, Jenny Richmond at the Henderson County School Office, just texted me, Bill, that she wants to be a Kentucky Colonel too.
We can add her to the list.
You know what? There is room for more.
That's
And
right.
she certainly deserves it as well. It's
Jenny-
a great
does.
charitable
Jenny,
organization. I don't know that people really understand all the good things that colonels do.
Yes.
That's right. And we'll go
Jenny,
have to celebrate this with
Jenny
them this year at the
retired
Derby.
from the police department as their PIO and then joined our team at the Henderson County Schools as a community relations specialist. We're so glad she joined our team. You know, she was one of the longest standing female police officers in the state.
Oh, I did not know that.
Did a fantastic job. And like you say, she's killing it as far as the community outreach director and media person there
Yes.
at the
So glad to
school
have
district.
her.
Yeah,
she's
and-
a fan. I don't think she took more than like 5 minutes between each job. So
No, she's a hard worker. And big thank you to the Henderson Police Department for sponsoring us for the WSON live stream right here on Facebook and YouTube. And our other great sponsors, Farmer and Frenchman, Silver Creek Transportation, Butler's Apothecary, where we're out front of right now, and River Valley Behavioral Health.
We have Niagara Elementary School here. They're cheerleaders, and then now their float is coming up. I guess I'll share that with you, the parade route, AJ. I've been kind of having.
Well, I was going to ask you about where we've made.
we're
We are
almost at the 1 hour mark. I've been
know.
kind of keeping track. We still have several units to come. So this is one of the bigger parades so far that we have seen probably post-pandemic. It's definitely the biggest crowd that I've seen. This is reminiscent of the days of old.
That's right.
And especially because of the sun being out and so many great units, but I just think people are ready to come back and be a part of things like this again, and it's fantastic to be a part of it.
I think that's one of the things that COVID really showed us when we were isolated from each other, and now we can come together in a way that really reinvigorates the soul. Remember, the theme of this year is community and bringing everybody together.
Relationships, partnerships. We have BTK
Leadership, yeah.
BTK Photography, and then we have Shelter Insurance, Megan Brown. next in the parade.
And while you're talking about health, of course, we're right here at Butler's. If you haven't gotten your flu shots or other immunizations, he can help you. He gives the best shots I have ever received. I can say that truthfully. I'm not a fan of needles. He is really the best.
Well, Butler's Apothecary is your one-stop shop, and they run things how a pharmacy should be. We're posted outside it. They're supporting the Henderson County Parade right here on WSON, and also our It's a Wonderful Life Parade. So thank you for their community partnership. They also have the Sofa Art Student Gallery inside from the Art Hop that happened not too long ago. Another great community event.
Several trucks here from a roofing and siding company.
Aldonado's.
Licensed and insured, and they can help you with your shingles and roofing there. And they have a Grinch on their float. I think that is the overall theme.
That's right.
Wow, he's just barely going to miss the wreath there. That's
you know,
good.
earlier
That's
I was
good.
worried about that flame hitting that wreath, but they did not do
I
it.
hadn't thought about that. Might have fried it just a little bit.
I'm impressed with the decorations that we have downtown Henderson. I mean, it is. We say it on WSON all the time. It is a beautiful downtown Henderson, and they went all out this year, it seems, with the wreath and the garland that are just adorning our city streets.
We have the Downtown Henderson partnership that helps make that possible. Oh, AJ, I see your crew coming up here, the Henderson County High School theater students. They have their poster out for It's a Wonderful Life, and they have little information that they are handing out. Now, that theater program has grown several students. It has grown throughout the years, and we're just glad to see it continue to grow and collaborate, because this year it's collaborating with community theater. There's George Bailey.
There's Mr. George Bailey right there himself, star of It's a Wonderful Life. One of the many stars, really. It's a community effort.
He does such a great job in that role. Everybody does.
I'm so proud of everybody. We have new faces, old faces, and it's just so happy to bring. And I'll
George
tell you,
Bailey.
speaking of mentorship, having the
Here comes one
veterans,
of your students here.
none other the wonderfully talented Olivia Roy, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best students I've ever had, I'll tell you
Olivia
what.
did hand us a program, but I think we know about it.
We know. We've said it once. We said it again. It's a Wonderful Life tonight at 7 o'clock. But come at 6 to do all the fun stuff that we have in the lobby before the show. Listen to some great music and then enjoy wonderful production. It'll be streamed live on WSON.
Oh, we had the Purcell Tire with their unique tire trees. And we have the Henderson County Public Library, the mobile library there with the snowman. And they have Miss Rita Hare in there, who works at the Children's Services Department, and her husband Daniel on that unicycle there. Daniel is the balloon guy. You can see that. Henderson County Public Library does so much for the community. And of course, our dear friend Danelle English who's also in the play, is a children's service coordinator. And then you have Jane Sandifer, who's the new director of the library. And they have an incredible new facility at the library. If you've not been up there to see the renovations and everything that has occurred, it's a beautiful space.
It's never too early or never too late to pick up a good book and enjoy yourself.
That's right. Inspire a love of reading. Start young. And they have, as well as just programs, go to their website, the Henderson County Public Library, to find out all the programs that they offer in the community.
So lucky to have so many wonderful people working to help our community and give opportunities for young and old alike.
Now we're seeing a lot of our volunteer fire departments from our counties. We have the Cordon Civil Defense here, our volunteer fire trucks, and we are so fortunate to have these volunteer fire departments out in our counties. Thankful for that. Cordon Civil Defense coming up there.
You can see the pride they take in maintaining these apparatus, as they like to call them. And you're exactly right. We're very fortunate to have all these different volunteers that get called out at all hours, every day, even on holidays, in the worst of conditions, protecting us, saving us sometimes in certain situations. It takes a very special kind of person to be a volunteer, and both EMS and the volunteer firefighters, we really couldn't have the type of community that we have without these folks. And I know each one could use some more help. So if you've ever thought about becoming a volunteer, just check in with your nearest volunteer department. They can step you through that. I know the Henderson County Fiscal Court is trying to help out, and we now have a new way of helping to fund these departments. And you're seeing some of the results of that in this display of all the tankers and pumpers.
Smith Mills Fire Department
Yes.
there. Yes, they've invested in a lot of new equipment for these volunteer fire departments.
The rescue squad, they go out on the river in the worst conditions, risking their own lives, oftentimes to bring in people that have got stranded in the river, things of that nature. So, yeah,
Here's the
can't say enough
Spotsville-
for these folks.
Spotsville Fire Department.
Look at how unique, because they partner with their
The
schools, too.
They have the Spotsville Panther on their
Some
fire and
blue and
rescue
gold.
truck. Cairo's coming up next. They're wearing their Cairo green. You are right, Bill. They do a lot of partnerships with the schools, and so does our Henderson City Fire Department. They recently finished up their fire safety presentations, and I think you were a part of that, were you not?
You know, I was honored to be asked to have a role in that. Of course, for some reason, they always cast me as an announcer. But that's
familiar.
okay. It's okay. Typecasting is okay. This other truck that just is coming by, the smaller truck, is called a jump truck. And they use those to go out to a lot of the field fires or other places where the bigger trucks can't get to.
Oh, I did not know that. They got. I see the tires on there. They're ready for any kind of terrain that they may
And
encounter.
nowadays, a lot of times they also have the four-wheelers or the gators and things like that can even go even deeper if they have a search and rescue type of operation, and drones.
Oh, yes. Technology. We
They
saw
have
the
really
launch,
stepped
and
up.
utilizing new technologies to help serve and protect our community. Just like Henderson Police Department, one of our sponsors of the parade today, or of our coverage of the parade.
Basket and Hebbardsville Fire Department, Roberts. You know, one of the things AJ and I did during the COVID time was just take drives out in our community and go to these small places and just look around.
We were on the search for Scuffletown. We were. That was one of our.
If you find it, let me know.
I'm telling.
I
It's a
don't know that-
mystery.
I
It's
think
a
we
little
might-
bit of a
We
mystery.
tried.
I think it's lost to time. But, the name is still there, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
And, you know, I think this Roberts truck, if it looks familiar, should. I believe that's actually the former city of Henderson
Oh.
Yes,
ladder
I
truck.
was going to say that looks very familiar.
And since they now have a newer truck, they passed on this
Yes,
one.
we see
And
the
repurposed
Zion
this,
Fire
and it's still
Department.
looking like it's in
Brand new.
great condition. Yeah. And then we've got Zion, great folks out there.
Absolutely. The Cricket Wireless coming up. A reindeer in the back of their float.
It's animatronic.
Oh, well, Bill, I didn't even.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. I think he even heard me.
It almost looks real.
It does. I wonder if he flies.
A+ Mode Medics is coming up next with their truck.
There's nothing like a reindeer for your transportation needs, but if you don't have that, you can always join
That's
the
the best
team
thing.
at Silver Creek Transportation. They're looking for drivers right now, so you can find out more information at silvercreektrans.com. It's also 11:06. We're a little past the top of the hour, so we're
This is
on the
great.
stream at WSON on Facebook and YouTube. But all my old habits, we got to give a shout out to WSON 860 AM and 96.5 FM, and always at WSONradio.com.
Henderson, Kentucky.
I'm just so happy
That's
I
as
don't
much
have to sing
singing
that.
as you'll ever hear from me.
You do such a wonderful
Probably
job.
way too much.
Woodard Cooling and Heating there. Their truck, like their phone number there, 827 Heat, 827 Cool. Getting towards the end of the parade, and of course we know what's at the very end.
Oh, I don't. I think it's going to be a nice surprise, whatever it is.
We shall see.
You know, we haven't noticed it. We haven't mentioned it yet, but I just want to give a shout out to the beautiful American flag that we have up there. Such a big,
Yes.
beautiful flag to start our parade and have everybody walk under. Such a picturesque scenery. I'm sure Chris has got some shots of that back there. He's been quietly conducting, doing some cinematography in the back. We thank him for joining us and lending us our truck while we sit right in
Yeah,
front of
he's,
our friends at Butler's Apothecary.
And AJ, it's
does
so,
it all.
Yeah,
He
it's
does.
so good to be back on the air with you. I know we did
Aw.
jam several years ago in Henderson. We had our Saturday morning show. Maybe we have to bring that back in the future.
We're definitely going to have to talk about it if they're interested, and we're
Yes.
interested.
And we started actually not to talk about our radio play again, but really what got us inspired for all that was a radio play that we wrote from the
That's
heart.
right. That's right.
We were just talking about that the other day. That was such a great
I think
project.
we need part two.
I would love it. I think the audience would love it. I'd love to hear part 1 again.
Yes.
It's been a few years.
I think
so.
we need
It
to
has.
replay that on Christmas as well. But that was a fun, unique thing that we did.
We'll post it to Facebook for everybody. How about
Yes.
that?
It wasn't performed on stage, but we actually recorded all in the WSON studio. We had so many community members involved in that as well. And then we took it on the road, and we visited some Red Bank's towers and some of our senior centers and facilities to perform that for their residents.
Look at that beautiful dog over there.
Now that-
Golden Retriever.
That
Yes.
is skateboarding gifts and Corkscrew Curiosities. Thank you, Corkscrew Curiosities. They're downtown Henderson with lots of different unique things. They actually let us borrow their old vintage Santa for our play. It's a little Santa head that we're using there. And that car reminds me of the Griswolds card from the National Lampoons. I believe they had that actually on the back there, but it says Corkscrew Curiosities.
Little Stranger Things-ish too, right? I mean, is that
A little
that
bit
time
of Stranger
period?
Things, yes.
They've got a
Kate,
lot of unique stuff in there.
Yes,
They
they
do,
do.
they do.
They do.
I discovered that the other day here, and it's just down the street on Main Street, so check it
And
out
of
while you're
course,
downtown.
another one of my favorite Christmas movies is A Christmas Story, and they are playing that 24/7 in their window display, just like
right.
on Christmas Day.
The
How about
way
that?
that it should be.
And Christmas Story, Christmas, the new movie has come out. If you haven't seen that yet, just do a shout out because I really enjoyed that.
I've seen the advertisements. I really haven't taken the time to watch it yet. But
So
it's
there's
only, the third day of December. So
Yeah.
it's
Right.
great.
You got plenty of time. And there
I've got
was a
time.
Christmas Story too, but this one we're saying is much better.
It's really good.
Okay, it's
have-
worthy of the franchise.
That-
I
That's
think
right.
you'll enjoy it.
Butch and Billy's Diesel Service, followed by our friends from Hempel, the Henderson Municipal Power and Light there.
I'm not sure that HMPNL has been a part of the parade.
I know. I think this might be the first time. It's great to see them out on
It is.
their float.
We count on them. Without them, we wouldn't be on the stream.
We would
right
be on the
now.
air right now.
It'd be a short video, that's for sure.
Of course, the Hempel has a blue and gold color there, so they've actually decorated their bucket trucks with that. You'll see some blue decor around that.
Some tinsel, yes.
And I will say, they are very quick to respond when we do have power outages. You see those trucks out, trying to get the power back on, and we're so grateful for that.
And their general manager, I understand, is really trying to step up their internet service here in town.
Yes, I was going to
That's
mention the broadband.
Oh, be my guest.
Well, you go ahead, Bill.
Well, and they provide fiber now for the radio station, other businesses in town, but they're going to expand that and start offering fiber to your home.
I'm so happy to hear that.
And as many options as you can have, I think.
There is someone asleep on the job, though.
Uh-oh.
It looks like a little, maybe a Santa elf there on the Hempel.
In the bucket.
He's relaxing because it's such a beautiful day outside. Nothing to worry about right now.
He's getting a little suntan in.
There you
I
go.
don't know that those slippers are safety certified.
They are not OSHA.
But they're not in the parade right now, so we're okay.
Yeah. Now, who is this character?
I believe this is a Marvel character, Deadpool.
Did Deadpool actually crash our Christmas parade this year?
I think so.
I think that's
And he's
par
getting
for the
a bunch
course.
of hugs, and look at this. A lot of selfies right in the middle of the parade. Be careful out there.
Yes. Double A Services is coming up with their truck here.
I'm not a big Marvel guy, Bill, but I do talk about Deadpool because he was one of the first comic book characters to break the fourth wall. And we talk about that during our talk about the theater.
Well, I thought you were going to say he was in our play, but he's not really.
He is not in A Wonderful Life.
Deadpool is not in tonight's show.
We have our Henderson County 4-H clubs coming up here. We have to see all the students that are involved in 4-H. I was involved in 4-H when I was a kid. It's glad to see that so many students are still involved in that. They're being pulled by a classic John Deere trailer there. A lot of programs they do. Oh, and look, there's goats. They are walking goats.
Oh, we're such a big fan of goats.
We love goats, and the kids actually take care of the goats, and they enter them in the state fair.
That's
We
right.
saw that this year when we went to the state fair. A lot of the different 4-H projects and animals that were entered in those competitions.
Yeah, we're so thankful for our agricultural heritage here in Henderson County. James Payne at the high school just recently won a national
He
award for
did.
his partnerships.
The Henderson Chamber of Commerce is walking there. It's great to see them, and now here comes the horses.
Let's give a shout out to Farmer and Frenchman who are sponsoring today's stream of the Christmas parade. They are an agritourism experience with farm-to-table cuisine, a vineyard, event venue, and overnight cabin. Such a beautiful spot in Henderson celebrating the scenery and wine. Lots of wine.
You know, the horses, we mentioned the racing earlier in the Kentucky Derby, but really, think about Kentucky, what do you think about? You think about horses, and it's so good to see the
Chicken.
horses. Well, some people do
Okay.
say chicken, but we do have our horses here in the parade, and that's something that you know we're actually coming towards the end when you see the horses.
That's right. But aren't they beautiful?
They are. The Keelan Stables here
Majestic
represented.
creatures.
Great place to go and learn how to ride.
That's right.
That's
and then
right.
we've also got Healing Reins.
I was going to, yes, Healing Reins. They do a lot of therapeutic programs and therapy with people that need the help or assistance. And we actually have a great partnership with Central Academy. Our students go out there and work with the horses as well and just help out when needed.
And Blue Moon Stables, too.
And Blue
That's
Moon
right.
Stables, yes.
I've had several students that have participated in equestrian events, and we even got to see one this year at
We did, the state fair.
the state fair that we went up to go to.
Of course, our friend Monica helps out with the Healing Reins, and we're so glad to have her a part of that. And also, she's very involved in the community as well.
You would think with all the people and with all the noise, all the lights and sounds and things like that the horses might get spooked, but look how well behaved they are.
Absolutely.
They are chill. Look at this one on the far side there. That mane of his is
I
just
know.
gorgeous.
And
the-
here
Beautiful lock of head.
Comes the conclusion of the parade.
Is it time?
is Santa Claus. He is being
Santa!
pulled here, and he is waving, and that is the tradition of this parade. Santa Claus ends the parade. And
Merry Christmas, Santa.
He is Santa, the only Santa you will see in the parade.
That's right.
The Santa ending the parade.
A beautiful way to usher in the holiday season.
So that wraps it up. We are so glad that we were able to be here this morning and provide this coverage. Thank you to everyone that tuned in and watched the parade coverage.
Yeah, you've seen it on Facebook Live and also YouTube. You may like and share that and revisit any of these wonderful parade floats and see all of our winners that we had this year. Another big thanks to Farmer and Frenchman, Silver Creek Transportation, Butler's Apothecary, Henderson Police Department, and River Valley Behavioral Health. Make sure you check out all of those wonderful community partners that we've had for this stream.
Congratulations again to Experiencing Autism for being the #1 float, and for all the people that participated and gave their time and efforts and energy. Thank you so much for making this possible.
My name is AJ Casey.
My name is
One
Megan
half
Mortis.
of Jam,
Oh.
Megan Mortis, the lovely and talented, and our beat reporter, Bill Stevens, back. Another shout out to Chris Staples, who's running the stream. We thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Just a fantastic morning here in downtown Henderson. Couldn't think of a better place to be. Look at all these great folks. Everyone having a great time this morning. So, yeah, it's been really a fantastic parade day here in Henderson. Mention real quick, too, right after the parade, Santa is going to be at the Santa House in Central Park. And certainly come down. He'll be there throughout the rest of the holiday season. I think the city has the hours posted on their website, so be sure to check out Christmas in the Park, all the great holiday happenings that are going on, including
One final shout out.
play that is happening this evening, and that's at the
Preston Arts Center.
Preston Arts Center.
Yes.
That's right, and right on the campus of HCC. And what a wonderful life it is.
Yes, it is.
And it's a great way to get this holiday season started off. Also, I'll put in a quick plug. Tomorrow afternoon at 4, it's at First United Methodist Church. 91 years continuous running of the Alice P. Taylor candlelight service.
Even during COVID.
Yeah, and that really was one of the most special ones because even though we couldn't be together, the performances that they had online were just fantastic. But it's going to be another great program this year, and what's great about it is they will have an in-person audience, so you can attend. This will be the first year since COVID that
Fantastic.
they're going to have an audience back along with the performers. It'll be fantastic. We'll be recording that, and we'll play that back on actually the 26th of December for our Speak Up that morning. So, but come out and be a part of it live tomorrow evening, 4 o'clock. There at the First United Methodist Church. And again, there's so many other great holiday activities, and I know the folks back at the station are going to keep you up to date with all that, Aaron and all the crew, so be sure to stay tuned for that. We've got a lot of great holiday sports tournaments coming up.
That's right.
And so It's always this a very special time, a very busy time for us
Yes.
at the radio station. All right.
But we're
With
so thankful for everything the radio station does. Another big thank you to Aaron and Greg Busby and Ed Henson for allowing us to be on the
Yes.
air today.
Thank you.
But also for everything that they do for our community. The theme today was community, so we thank you all for joining us here on 860 AM, 96.5 FM, WSONradio.com, and our stream on Facebook and YouTube.
We just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and thanks again for tuning in.